Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. It's another one of those victory talk episodes, man. We about to get it in. We got a lot we want to cover today. Talk about getting ripped, getting rich, getting to the money, getting to the muscle. Let's get into it. Yeah, yeah. You know what it is. What's going on? This is another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, BBC, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente, the Southside Savior. But I'm not alone. It ain't just me. It ain't just me. I'm only one man, right? I'm also here with the best podcast producer in the game, best video editor in the game. I don't know if he's really editing the videos anymore, man. I think he got a little video sweatshop. And some kid in a cave somewhere, man, ain't seen his mom in months, probably editing his video. I don't want to know. I don't want to know, man. I got plausible deniability, but he best video sweatshop manager. He's a full stack video guy. He'll film your shit and make sure it gets edited and he'll post it. The homie, the beast from the Middle East, Nima. What up? What up?
Let's go. Super excited. I had to leave the sweatshop.
Yeah. Somebody else is whipping the editors.
Yeah. 24/7
editors. Nobody's coming to save you. We also got Nima's what I call a full stack video guy. You know what I'm saying? Because not some video guys would just film your shit. Some would just edit your shit. But he'll film it, edit it, post it, help you come up with with ideas and shit. Manage the shit to look at how it's doing, the statistics. It's a full stack edit video guy, man. You know what it is. But it's not just me and Nima. Nah, not even close. We also got Minovia, our beautiful girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna be monitoring the chat, making sure if anybody comes crazy, they get the boot. They got to get up out of here and stay up out of here. And she's gonna be reading all the super chats. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Man, we got a lot we want to cover today, guys. We want to cover today. But first, we gotta have a word from our sponsors. First sponsor is me. I got a free ebook for you called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. Show you exactly how to grow your online fitness business, even if you don't have a big following, even if you're not certified, even if you don't have a lot of experience. All right. The link is in the description. I've helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses, and this book will help you for free. So put you in the right direction. One thing you should know though is we recorded a free course on how to grow your online fitness business. Ain't that right, Nima? When you think we're gonna have that ready for the people?
They're gonna push it for the next week.
Yeah, next week we got a free course coming out. It's gonna be on YouTube. How many hours? Is it like around 2 hours?
It should be around 2 hours.
It's around 2 hour course. I'm giving you all the game. It's gonna be lit, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna fucking love it. You're gonna love it. And hopefully you take it and make some money, man. All I do is make you motherfuckers money. All right. Speaking of making money, our next sponsor is Nima brought this to me. This prototype, this product. He had this handcuff to his wrist. You know what I'm saying? And it was like 4 armored guards with him. This is something that him and I have been working on for a long time. We haven't talked about it much. We kept it under wraps. But dot repellent, the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away. Because here's the thing, man. When you start balling, shot calling, and you're in great shape, women gonna be all over you, man. It's gonna be crazy. Y'all don't know about this, man. I remember when I was little, Jay-Z had a song called "Is That Your Bitch?" And it started off, "Don't get mad at me. I don't love him. I fuck him. I don't chase him. I duck him. I replace him with another one." And 16-year-old Brandon was like, "What? How could this be?" You know, then I feel, oh, he's fucking balling. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. That's what happens, right? So the ballers aren't trying to rizz up hoes. The ballers aren't trying to learn pickup lines or do fucking day game or, you know what I'm saying, cold approach. The ballers is the chicks is chasing them. And once you get to that point, you're gonna need thought repellent. Right. So this has been genetically engineered by Iranian scientists to only affect the DNA of thoughts, hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, scallywags, and hood rats. Like regular women, they're gonna smell it and be like, "Oh man, you smell amazing. You smell incredible. What's that aroma?" Right? You mean that's thought repellent, baby. All right. But thoughts, they won't be able to get close. Now, we want to have this out. Okay, so the initial investment came from, even though it's being developed in Iran, the initial investment came from Israel, some Israel investors. And they told us, they're telling us that we are about 2 weeks away from being able to drop this bomb. You know what I'm saying? But we need your help, right? To push it over the finish line, get it through customs. You know, we got terrorists and shit now. You know what I'm saying? We need your help, right? So all your super chats are going to go towards the development of thought repellent. We got enough. And bringing it to the United States. We got enough of it in Israel. It's been enriched by the Israelis. We got enough of this sitting in Iran. It's been enriched by Iranian scientists, right? And we're gonna, and our Israeli connect said we about 2 weeks away from being able to drop this bomb, but we need your help to get it into the United States. All right. So all your super chats go towards the development of thought repellent, getting this over. We would have had it earlier, but tariffs and just a lot of global conflict has been affecting imports and exports, right? But we can get past that if we get enough super chats. And I think there's been a hero who has already contributed to the fund. Oh, okay. It's not even for me. It's for later. All right. He wants us to look at a chart. All right. What's his name? Dylan Edwards?
Dylan. His name is Dylan, and it's for the market recap.
Oh, all right. All right, Dylan. So what we're going to do is, man, we're going to get into that when we bring Greg on at 8. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this away. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that shit. Y'all want to talk about getting ripped? I know y'all fat. Let's get into it. You still fat, but you don't want to be fat no more. You want to be lean and muscular. You want to be ripped and shredded. You tired of kids asking their mother if you pregnant. And then she got to say, nah, he's just fat. Men can't get pregnant. You tired of having to teach these kids biology on accident. You know? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can finally stop being fat once and for all. And I'm well suited to teach you this because I've been a personal trainer for over 25 years. longer than most of y'all been alive, according to our YouTube analytics. Most of y'all either wasn't alive or you was children, babies, you know? You was out here gooning the Sesame Street while I was training 10 people a day. So what we gonna do now? And between that time and now, your ass got fat. That's how you ended up here. I'm not watching videos on how to lose weight. I'm making them for you. And this is going to be the best one you ever saw. So let's get this started. A lot of times people will say shit to me, man. Yo, man, what exercise do I need? What exercise should I do to get rid of love handles or get this? Like, hey, asshole, you can't lose fat in one spot. You got to lose fat. You got to lose fat accumulatively all over your body, right? It just so happens, men, we carry more fat cells in our stomach region. So it seems like you only got to lose fat in one spot. But truth be told, you fat everywhere. You never seen a motherfucker with a gut and a chiseled face. You never seen a motherfucker with a gut and ripped up arms. You fat everywhere, but you just more fat in the stomach region because men carry more fat cells in our stomach. Now, there's 2 or 3 women watching this. They're probably homosexuals, which is cool. And if they're heterosexuals, that's cool too. I don't know how you got here, man. This channel has been a sausage fest for quite some time. It's not been deliberate. It's just only guys watch this shit. And apparently you. So women, y'all carry more fat cells in your hips, them thighs, and them titties. Maybe that's why not a lot of women watch this channel. I think we've got to the root of the problem. I just figured it out 15 years later. So a lot of times women will tell me, a lot of times women who I've trained will say, yeah, I want to lose fat, but I don't want to lose my curves. Meaning she doesn't want her butt to get smaller and she don't want them tits to shrink. And then unfortunately I gotta be the bearer of bad news and say that ass ain't as fat as you think it is, baby. Oh, it's a different kind of fat. You got some fat cells on that ass. Them titties ain't as big as you think they is, baby. You got extra fat on them titties. That ain't lean meat you got there. That's some ribeye, some pulled pork in them meat sacks. What are we talking about again? Oh, yeah.
5 minutes.
The reason you can't use fat in one spot. You can't lose fat in one spot. You're going to lose it everywhere. It's just that some people carry more fat cells in different parts of their body. Women carry more fat cells on them titties. If you ever been motorboating, you know what I'm talking about. Men carry more fat cells in our stomach regions. So that's been established. We got to lose fat everywhere to lose fat anywhere. The only way you can lose fat in one spot is if you get some liposuction. That's the only way that I'm aware of. Now, if you're a woman, that might be a viable option. Just take the fat from out of here, put it in that ass. Because we don't care how you got it, you know. Anyway, what were we talking about again? Okay. So how do we lose the fat everywhere? Well, there's only one way. It's not what most of you think. You have to burn more calories than you consume. You can't out-exercise a bad diet, right? You have to burn more calories than you consume, meaning you'll be in a caloric deficit. So a lot of people believe that, man, if I just do a bunch of cardio, man, I'll work out all the time. How come I'm not losing weight? Oh, man, because it's your diet. You can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. Write that down. I should trademark that before one of you young motherfuckers steal it from me. Like y'all steal everything else from me. They've been jacking my whole swag for a decade. You can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. Let me explain. Remember, you have to, for every pound of fat you want to lose, you have to burn an extra 3,500 calories. Right? So if you want to burn so let's say you were burning more calories than you consumed every day. Let's say you burned 500 calories more than you consumed each day. If you did that for 7 days in a row, that's a week for some of you dumb motherfuckers. Then you will have burnt a total of 3,500 calories, which means you should burn a pound of fat a week on that schedule, right? Here's the thing, though. 500 calories, it's so easy to eat more than 500 calories, right? But it's very difficult to burn an extra 500 calories, right? So let me explain. The average person, when they run a mile, they only burn about 100 calories. But there's like 100 calories in a banana, a handful of almonds, a cup of rice, right? So if you went for a mile run, you out here sweating and shit, and then you eat what? And then you eat a banana. It's like you did nothing, right? You back at zero, right? It's very difficult to burn your way. It's very, very difficult to exercise your way into a caloric deficit, right? However, you can eat. It's easier to eat less it's easier to eat less in order to achieve a caloric deficit than it is to try to exercise your way into a caloric deficit. It's significantly easier. Right. So what we have to do. So there's two things we have to do to make sure we accomplish this goal. Now, the first thing you got to do is start tracking your fucking calories, man. Start tracking your calories. People bitch and complain about tracking their calories every time I mention it. Like, and for sure, almost none of y'all are going to do it. Like, it's the easiest way. It's the easiest way to burn calories. I mean, it's the easiest way to get in shape. Almost all your fitness goals would be easier to accomplish if you just started tracking your calories and macros. But almost none of y'all are going to do it. So I'm going to tell you why tracking your calories is important. However, I will give you an alternative method for you lazy bitch ass niggas, which is the majority of you. Of that, I'm certain of. All right. So here's why it's important to track your calories. So this is a study that was done by Duke University. And Duke University They had some science nerds get a bunch of fat boys on this study. They said, hey, fat ass, all we want you to do is track your calories for 90 days. Just track your calories. They had them use MyFitnessPal. Track how many calories you consume every day for 90 days. All right. And they didn't give them no workout plan. They didn't give them no diet plan. They didn't have them doing carnivore or keto or pescatarian diet. They didn't have them doing vegetarian diet. They didn't have them do shit. They didn't even have them. They didn't even tell them to be in a caloric deficit. All they told them to do was track your calories. And after 90 days, the participants lost an average of 5 pounds. Some lost more, right? With no plan, with no fucking game plan. They lost 90 pounds. I'm sorry. They lost 5 pounds, right? Now, it doesn't sound like a lot until you remember they didn't have any plan. All they did was start tracking their macros. Here's why that works. Once you start tracking your calories, now you're more cognizant of what you're eating. Instead of just putting anything in your mouth like a whore, right? Instead of just putting anything in your mouth like your mama, right? Now, when you start tracking your calories, you're making better decisions. I'm telling you, this is the cornerstone key to actually accomplish your fitness goals. Almost none of y'all are going to do it. Almost none of y'all are going to do it. All right. But the few of you who are brave enough to walk down this path, you're going to get in great shape. But how many calories should you consume? Well, let's see. Here, you can open up ChatGPT. And this will work with almost any large language model. You can use ChatGPT. You can use Google Gemini. Or you can use Gronk if you nasty. You know? But you know, Gronk might get a little racist on you. Gronk might call you a nigger for no reason. I know some of y'all into that though. You know? But I think it's okay if Gronk calls you a nigger because it was made by an African American. Get it? Because he's from Africa and he's an American citizen. Anyway, let's keep going. All right. So you're going to go on Gronk. I'm going to open up a temporary chat because I don't want them to save this bullshit I'm about to go. All right. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to open up Skynet and you're going to say, hey, I am say your age. I'm put mine 42-year-old man. Oh, gotta put man in all caps, or the ghost of Andrew Tate is gonna haunt me. All right. I'm a 42-year-old man. Then you say your height. I am 6'2". Right? Whatever your height is, 6'2". And then you want to say your activity level, right? So, I am extremely active. You can be more descriptive if you want. How about let's get more descriptive. You can say I'm active, I'm sedentary, I'm not active, but let's get more descriptive. Right? Because the more descriptive you give these robots, the better they perform. All right. Mm-hmm. I'll say I am extremely active. Active. I get over 10K steps per day. I lift weights 5 to 6 times a week. Right? You put in your shit, right? I'm putting in my shit, but you want to I want to be more descriptive of, right? The more descriptive you are, the better. So your ass is gonna write some shit like, man, I don't do shit all day. I sit down at a desk looking retarded, you know. But anyway. All right, anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. All right. 6 times per week, I have I do 1 hour of zone 2 cardio every day. And and I have frequent frequent high intensity intercourse with my Latina girlfriend. Right? Okay. Now. So we described ourselves and our activity level. So you don't have to be as descriptive as I am, right? But I'm being descriptive, you know. So you got to put your age, your gender, height, and activity level. Be as descriptive as you can. You know, you probably don't have to go that hard. Then you shift, enter. My goal is to lose. Let's go. Also, hold on. Well, I forgot to put something here. I forgot something. My frequent high intensity interracial. You got to be descriptive. Interracial intercourse, just so it knows, you know, it might be able to use that information for something, right? My goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat. Oh man, you know what? I forgot to say my weight. I'm 6'2" man, 200 pounds. 200 lb. Right? Okay, I forgot to put that. That's very important. You got to put your fucking weight in there. All right. My goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat in the next 2 weeks. All right. Then you put shift enter. Now, so we described ourselves here. Boom, got as descriptive as possible, right? We stated our goal right here. Now we need to give it a role, right? We had to give ChatGPT a role. So I'm gonna say act as a No, act as the greatest personal trainer and nutritionist of all time. Right. So that's his role. Now I got to tell it what to do. I got to give this motherfucking instructions. So I'm going to put shift, enter twice. Write me a diet plan to accomplish this goal. Mm-hmm. Now here's where it's important. Right. Make sure it follows the keto diet. You don't have to put that. I do keto. Right. Diet. Make sure you do not include any chicken breasts because it is gross. As hell. Chicken breast is for women. Chicken breast for women. I want that on my tombstone if I ever die. All right. Make sure it has no chicken breast because it's gross as hell. And you can just so now we give it its goal, right? And you can be as descriptive as possible. I want to follow the keto diet. You don't have to do that. You can follow whatever diet. You can put in some of your favorite foods, right? So I'm going to tell it to put to, and you can have it exclude foods you don't like. Like I really, really vehemently dislike chicken breasts. It's like, I can't think of a worse meat. You know what I'm saying? It's awful to me. You might love chicken breast. You might want an all chicken breast diet, you know? And that's cool, man. Like, you know, I ain't telling you what to do. All right. But put in the foods you like. I love eggs and ribeye steak. Oh. So make sure you include them. Right. So this is my prompting style. Like before we get this is my prompting style. I call it pimp prompting, right? Where you give the P in pimp prompting is persona, right? You want to give it a persona. This when you give it a role. So I said act as the greatest personal trainer and nutritionist of all time, right? The I is the instructions, right? So write me the workout plan, blah, 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 blah. Right. And the M is the medium. You make sure you medium. So I said workout plan, right? Workout plan. I want it done in a workout plan. If I wanted to, I could say, write it out, give it to me in a Google Doc or something like that. But the medium, how do you want it given to you? Pause. Right. And then the other P. The other P can be personality. So like what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to say, I'm giving more instructions and I'm going to say shift, enter. I also want a workout plan in the style of famous handsome YouTuber Brandon Carter. Right. All right. It's cool. Let's get it. Let's see what Skynet comes up with. That's a descriptive prompt. Here's what it came up, man. Keto fat loss diet, no chicken breast. Good shit. You know, boom. They got my carbs at 25 net carbs. I like it. Mostly from vegetable and nuts, right? Protein, 1 gram protein per. Good shit. Fill the rest with fats. And they're going to, this is like real shit. This is a little high calories than what I would do, but they had me at a 600 calorie deficit per day. I guess they did that because of what I said. I wanted to lose that fat in that amount of time. And it wrote me the whole meal plan. Boom. Yeah, man, this sounds like a good meal plan to me. Black coffee, Brandon Carter vibes. All right. Yeah, it's a good meal plan. And then the workout plan. They did a push-pull legs. That's because I've had videos of push-pull legs back in the past. Even though I wouldn't do it. All right. It's not bad, but they got me working out every day. Hey, I like it, right? So you can do that for yourself. Something like that. Write yourself a prompt like this. All right, boom. You may make sure you have your age, gender, height, weight, activity level, right? Activity level. Then you would say your goal, what your goal is. Give the LLM a role. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And then tell it exactly what to do. Give it instructions. I said I wanted a workout plan and a diet plan. I was just more descriptive with the workout plan, right? And you can always say, man, in the style of Brandon Carter. Like, listen, you say any prompt, you add in the style, tell me in the style of Brandon Carter, it's going to come out better. That's like prompt engineering. They should teach that in colleges, you know, because this bitch knows who I am, man. She knows Brandon Carter, man. You know. All right, cool. So I got the fucking game plan. I got the game plan. So this way, you don't have. This is for you motherfuckers who don't want to have to track your calories. If you don't want to have to track your calories, then just do what this bitch said, right? You know what I'm saying? But like you basically are, you still have to weigh out your ribeye, boom, 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 saute spinach, right? But sometimes some people find it easier to have a plan. I never go off a meal plan though. I use my fitness pal to track my calories, and I treat it like a game, right? So everywhere I go, I keep a little scale with me. I keep one of those, sling bags on me. Sometimes it's the Gucci, sometimes it's one of the Louis, sometimes it's the Fendi shit, And anyway, in there I keep a scale in there. That's the only reason I carry it around, and I just weigh everything I eat, even at restaurants where I go everywhere. And it's like a game to me. It's like I'm like y'all niggas is playing Pokemon Go and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing where the calories go. And it's like, and it gives me numbers. So like if I open up my Fitness Pal right now, I got the pro version. I ain't poor, I have my goals of what I need to get each day, and I need to get a little bit more protein today. Boom! I see where my calories. I got 400 calories left for the day. So now I just treat it like a game. It's actually fun to me. I don't mind it, but I know some of you hate it. So it might be better for you guys to just have a game plan like this. You feel me? And this is the easy way to do it, man. With ChatGPT. All right. Now, let's say you didn't want to follow their workout plan. You want to just figure it out on your own. In which case, you should get some sort of a fitness tracker, right? If you're not just going to do what Skynet said, then you have to like something easy you can do is just say, hey man, take your body weight in pounds, multiply by 10. That's how many calories you need each day, right? And just get that amount of calories. You'll lose fat if you just did that and nothing else. And if you want to take it to the next level, then you can start doing some cardio, right? But you got to remember, cardio only is the cherry on top to put you into a further caloric deficit, right? Cardio is not that good on its own. It's not very good at burning fat. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not very good at burning fat on its own. I've worked in some of the best gyms in America. And sometimes I would see aerobics instructors who were fat or overweight or a little chubby. And I was like, motherfucker, your job is cardio. Like, why are you still fat? And that's because I would see how this motherfucker ate, and he was eating anything. He was drinking big Starbucks drinks that were just full of sugar, right? Because you can't out train a bad diet, but you can't out diet bad training. If all you did was take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10, and got no more calories than that every day, if you just did that, didn't even work out, you would lose fat. You would lose fat. 100% you would, you know? You will lose fat. But cardio will take it to the next level. And there's a few different kinds of cardio, right? When I was younger, if you watched any of my old videos from like 10, 12 years ago, I was doing a lot of HIIT cardio. I'm jumping around, you know what I'm saying? Running around and shit. But that's when I was in my early 30s. Now I'm in my early 40s and my joints is built a little different. All right. My joints and my ligaments, we don't want to do that. There's a reason there's not a whole lot of pro athletes over 40. It's like LeBron and Ronaldo, but these motherfuckers got goddamn scientists running around with them, man. LeBron sleeping in hyperbaric chambers and shit. Like real, not even a joke. LeBron travels with a hyperbaric chamber. He's got motherfuckers massaging him and shit all the time. I don't like people to touch me. I don't like no one touching me, right? And they got the best of everything. These motherfuckers LeBron's a fucking billionaire. He got the best of everything, right? Me, I'm doing low intensity cardio. So I like to get on my bikes. I have a few exercise bikes in the crib, right? I have one at my work desk. So like while I'm in meetings and shit, I'm cycling on a bike, right? I have another desk bike on my balcony. This one has the desk connected to it. Sometimes I work it there. It's a desk and a bike in one, a desk bike or dike. And I also have another regular exercise bike, bicicleta ejercicio, on my balcony, right? And so I do a lot of bikes. The reason I like the bicycle is because it's been shown to preserve more muscle than like running. Like it conserves more muscle. And I do low intensity cardio for a long period of time. So that's why if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see sometimes I'm just going live and I'm doing cardio for like an hour while I'm live talking, answering people's questions and shit, you know. Or I'll get my iPad mini. I'll get my iPad mini and I'll play Call of Duty Mobile, right? So I'm like dropping nukes on the haters and shit while I'm exercising, right? And or the Nintendo Switch. I'm out here playing Super Smash. And my rule is I can only play video games when I'm on an exercise bike. And I end up burning like way more calories throughout the day. Way more calories, you know. It keeps it all right. And then also the next thing, so I like slow cardio, but you can do high intensity cardio if you want, but I like slow cardio. Also throughout the day, I look for ways to move more, right? So there's something called NEAT or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And that's basically the calories you're burning when you're not doing dedicated exercise. So this means like walking around more, you know, taking the stairs instead of the elevator or the escalator, you know, instead of driving somewhere that's walking distance, you walk it, not letting your girl get on top. These are things you can do to burn more calories throughout the day when you're not doing deliberate exercise. You know, so I'm always looking for opportunities to burn some extra calories. And I track how many calories I burn each day. I track it with my Oura Ring, right? You can track and also I make a game out of this too. Like how many calories can I burn throughout the day, right? And there's days that I burn like 4,000 calories, right? According to the ring, right? These things aren't 100% accurate, right? But it gives you a good range. And you're not going to burn that many calories running unless you're running a marathon. But man, running is taxing on your joints and your central nervous system. And you see people who run marathons, you know, they're not very muscular, right? Because slow cardio helps you maintain more muscles. That's why a lot of pro bodybuilders do a lot of walking for that reason. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? So it's housework for women. Yeah. I'm a strong proponent of that. And then do some housework and cook. my girl says that's how she gets her steps, doing stuff around the house, you know. And really, if you track it, you can kind of gamify it and you won't mind it as much. Just try to beat yesterday. How many calories can I burn today? And just try to be yesterday. If you track it, it becomes fun. So now, but here's the thing. Here's where it gets amazing. If you're tracking how many calories you burn, it becomes fun. So what you need to do is get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. I like the Oura Ring. I used to wear the Whoop, and it's a good device. But you know, man, I'd be wearing like APs and Richard Milles and diamond encrusted Cartier bracelets, and then I put that motherfucking Whoop on, and I just feel like it doesn't blend in with my attire, it doesn't blend in with my aesthetic. All right. And then if I wear a suit, I look like goddamn Spy Kids. I'm like, yo, man. I just feel like, I don't know. It just feels kind of geeky to me. So that's why I don't fuck with the Whoop no more. But the Oura Ring is cool, man. It blends in seamlessly with my attire. You can also just use the Apple Watch, though. Apple Watch is one of the most accurate fitness trackers. I have an Apple Watch Ultra, and you know, I like it. I wear it sometimes. You can get a Fitbit, and that works too. You could get a Samsung watch, right? But I would only recommend you get a Samsung watch if you were taking some sort of like vow of celibacy, right? Because I don't think there's been any recorded record. I don't think, as far as I know, there's not been. I don't think anybody's ever had sex with a woman, a female woman, while wearing a Samsung watch. I really don't believe that. Listen, go ask your mother or your sisters, hey, you ever fucked a nigga with a Samsung watch? And they're going to say, ugh. They might slap. Your mama might slap you. And she'll slap you. You think I'm a dirty whore? You think I ain't got no morals or no standards? You know what I'm saying? Which would be the appropriate response. I think that's an insult. I think that's an insult if you like next time you get an argument with a woman, you'll be like, that's why you fuck niggas with Samsung watches. And she, oh, that's too far. She'll probably physically attack you. You know? But if you're trying to avoid women, then a Samsung watch is probably the best piece of apparel or technology that you can have. You know, it's better than the chastity belt. It's better than castration. You know? I digress. Get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. And here's where the magic happens. You know what I'm saying? Here's where the magic happens. If you started tracking how many calories you consume each day, right? Let's say me, I'm 200 pounds, and I said, yo, man, I don't want to get more than my body weight times 10. So I mean, 2,000 calories per day. Boom. So you set up a little spreadsheet, something like this. If you want a spreadsheet like this, I have one in this free. It's called the Victory. What the fuck is it called? The Victory Vision. It's called the Victory Vision Planner, right? And then you start track how many calories you consume each day. Put it in tracker, right? Boom. And then let's say I burned 3,000 calories per day because I'm going hard. Then it does this math for you. And then look, man, the Victory Vision Planner will add up your calories consumed. And I have a formula here, right? So boom, I'm in a 1,000 calorie deficit each day. Remember, it takes 3,500 calories to burn a pound of fat. right? So according, if I then it's just math, right? I should have burned 2 pounds of fat this week, right? Now here's where y'all fuck up. Y'all do some shit like, oh man, you'll be inconsistent. You know, the first 2 days you on, okay, man, I'm on, I'm good. And then you don't really fucking train this day, but maybe you followed your diet. Or then, you know, one day there was a motherfucking function at the office. And maybe you didn't diet this day. Maybe you didn't train this day either. You burn less calories. And then on the weekends, you just said, fuck it. You just said, fuck it, man. You fucked around and went, you was watching, it was college football day, man. So we was with the boys at the bar eating motherfucking pizza and cakes. Then it's Sunday night football, man. Sunday, oh man, I got to go to the Sunday party, man. Boys night out or some dumb shit. And then you don't work out these days. Or maybe you don't work out these days. Now look, maybe you did work out one of these days, right? Now this is what you motherfuckers do, right? Now look at the formula. Yo motherfucking ass gained a little bit of fat that day, even though you stuck to your diet most days. You stuck to your workout most days. Most is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still fuck this shit up. That's why you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. And here's the reason you're inconsistent, because you accept inconsistency, right? You accept it. It's okay. You're easy on yourself. What happened here is like, oh, I can take one day off. It's like, oh man, I did it most days, man. So this weekend I can do this, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had a cheat day in over 2 years. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but I would recommend it. Actually, I used to think that cheat days were a good thing, and I used to do them, and I used to think it was good for people because maybe it gave them a reward. But I've changed my stance on that. The more I've learned about the way the dopamine circuits work and the way the brain's reward system works, I think it's more detrimental to your long-term vision than it helps. Here's why. When you have a cheat day, right? It's not, you didn't have a cheat day. You quit for a day. Like you quit for a day. And now you have to start over. And when you start over, starting is the hardest part. You have to start over. And here's the thing. If you abstain from these foods that you want to have on your cheat day or your cheat meal, if you just abstain for these things for a certain amount of time, you'll lose the cravings will go away. Right? It's difficult at first, but after a while, the cravings just go away. Right? Like for me, I don't even have any cravings for anything. My girl be eating all types of shit. She's Latina, right? So she out here cooking bananas and shit and making rice and all types of all types of food. She made some pancakes for lunch today, right? And I had no desire to have any of them because I lost the cravings because it's been so long, right? I'm at my son's birthday party. Everybody's eating cake, passing around cake. And I was like, no, I'm cool, man. I'm good. And you guys eat it. I'm good, right? I didn't even have cravings for it. They were talking about how good it was. They were passing out cake and ice cream. And I didn't have cravings. But had I been doing cheat days every week or cheat meals every week, I would have the cravings, right? Because I noticed that when I used to do cheat meals, just a meal, the next day I would be craving like these foods, and it would take more discipline than normal to restrain myself from eating these things, especially because there's a lot of that shit in my house because my girl, man, she got fucking candies, cookies, and cakes and shit, all types of shit in here, because she's she's like 10 years younger. She's like 11 years younger than me, man. So she can get away with a lot of that shit, not for long. Father Time is undefeated. And enjoy while it lasts.
You've seen my mom. She looks amazing at her age. Therefore, I have another 25 years-ish.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That being said, right, I have no cravings for that shit that's in the house. But the day after a cheat meal, like there would be ice cream in the fridge. The day after the cheat meal, I open the freezer. I'm looking at that ice cream like shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know, I have to restrain myself. But if you just abstain for that shit for a certain amount of time, I don't even have to restrain myself anymore. I see the ice cream, I see the cake, all that shit. I don't want none of it. I literally don't want it. It's the same. It's like that with anything you want to abstain from. Alcohol, drugs. I stopped smoking weed and doing all recreational drugs like 10 years ago. And initially you're like, oh man, getting high is fun, right? You know, like, oh man, I wish I can get high, man. I'll quit. Right. But that was just like, I had no desire to get high. I had no desire to drink alcohol. So I'll be out with my friends, family, people drinking and shit. Everybody's drinking but me. And it's not a big deal. I don't even care. Like I have no desire to do it. Right. So same thing with the food. So I'd recommend no cheat days. No cheat days. At least until you hit your goal, man. Like hit your goal first. And then maybe you can reintroduce that shit if you want, though, but you might not want to. Like if you get to the point where you don't want to, here's what I recommend. Hit your fitness goal first. Then if you want to reintroduce cheat days or cheat meals, go for it. But make sure you really want to. Don't do it just because you might not want to. And if you eat some cheap meals or some shit, or eat some sugary cakes and shit, then it's like you have to start over to get back to that point. And I don't think it's worth it. Right. Anyway. Now that was a basic way to lose fat. If you want to see an extreme way to lose fat, my most extreme protocol, this video's got like, at the time of this recording, that video got like 500,000 views. Go watch that right now. It's crazy though. Warning, it's crazy. Matter of fact, you probably shouldn't watch. You're probably not tough enough to even watch it. Don't watch it. You don't want to do that to yourself. All right. But it's gonna be here for you not to click. It's gonna be somewhere around here for you not to click on it. Motherfucker. All right. Hey, let's bring the market update. Yo, what's going on? My name is Big Brandon Carter, aka King Keto, and I'm here with the homie Greg, aka Young Candlestick, and this is the market update. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Brandon? What's up, Victinators? We got the S&P 500 at all-time highs.
All-time highs.
Do you know what the S&P 500 is up year to date right now, Brandon?
What is it up year to date?
It's up 10% year to date. 10%.
Jesus Christ.
So that's an average year for the market, but we still have 4 months to go. So
right.
Where's the market going to finish out the year? That's what everybody's thinking about. I'm thinking that the S&P 500 finishes the year up about 15%.
Whoa,
okay?
That's
so,
bullish.
Yeah, I think we have another 5% of upside, but it may not come in a straight line. Okay, so what we're looking at is the daily chart of the S&P 500. Each candle represents 1 day of price action. Okay, and what we have over here is we have the expected move. Tomorrow we have the GDP report getting announced 1 hour before the market opens. And the S&P 500 is expected to stay above 645 on the SPY, but it's also expected to stay underneath 653. So mark those levels out on your chart. 2/3 of the time, price will be contained within that range and will close within that range.
Okay.
Today was actually a really interesting day for futures trading because we had NVIDIA earnings.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA, we have what's called a high wave candle. It means it's indecisive. There's a lot of confusion going on with NVIDIA.
They beat their earnings too.
Oh, yeah. And you know,
they crushed it.
This is what comes into what's priced into the market. What are investor expectations? What are analyst expectations? But the most important thing is what's the order flow? What's actually happening to NVIDIA? And you can see on the intraday time frame, big spike up, and big dump. Last Thursday or on Tuesday, I was saying Nvidia is likely neutral, maybe slightly bullish. And we kind of got that, but then we dumped. And you can use this actually for futures trading. So I'll pull up actually NQ futures /NQ. And I'm going to note 2 setups. So
those of y'all know we trade in our victory unit. We trade futures every morning. Greg and I wasn't on this morning because I had something to do. But every morning we're on. Yeah, Greg was on there, and y'all did well this morning, right?
Yeah. I called out 2 futures setups. Basically, what I said was, hey, I'm going to set a sell stop right here underneath this bear flag. And we're going to use NVIDIA to confirm what the NASDAQ is doing, because NVIDIA is such a big weight in the overall market. When NVIDIA tanks or drops, we know that the NASDAQ is very likely to follow suit. So we opened up the day, first 2 minutes of the day, straight the hell up. Then we pull back, lower high pivot. We sold off. This is the impulse wave. Now we're consolidating. Whenever you get consolidation and range contraction, I like that because it makes your risk a little bit smaller if you're going to take a breakout or a breakdown trade. So I noted a sell stop order right there. So I'm selling. I make money when the NQ drops. I put my stop loss right above here, and boom, we got this nice flush lower. Once you get a good entry on your futures trade, you can set a break-even stop if it's like a trend trade or a trade to follow. Then the NQs kept selling off. You just trail stop it down, okay? And boom, one NQ contract made $1,000 off of that trail stop.
Hey.
And that just shows how volatile that was. Then over here, we started to recover.
We knew, but it made that murder formation, that M for murder.
Yeah.
That's what I always call it.
Yeah, that's kind of like a topping formation. If you see M's starting to form on the chart, just think downside might be
murder.
Low. Yeah, murder.
M for murder.
Chart. Another setup was a breakout setup, a quick pullback, and then you can buy those pullbacks because it creates that pivot to risk off of. Stop loss was right here, and then boom, just took profits into that spike, another $1,000 on that trade. Hey. So it was a really good day, futures trading. And even for iron condors, most of the time, markets stay within their range. And towards the middle of the day, the expected move just really contracted, meaning the market makers were pricing in that we're not going to go too far up or too far down. I posted an iron condor. I did not alert it because it's a risky one. I risked $300 to make $700. That's a good risk to reward, but the probability of profit is super low. But the NDX closed right within that range, and you can just see what this looks like on the option chain. The puts expired for max profit right over here, and the calls expired for max profit. It was a super tight range. And so iron condors are basically my most profitable strategy. That's why I bring them up. I built this PDF for Victory Trades members only. It breaks it down super simply with diagrams and examples. And so you get that included with Victory Trades if you want to ever check it out. But that's basically the broad markets. So going into tomorrow, I'm probably just leaning like neutral, maybe slightly bullish. We're making all-time highs. We keep going. Monday, there's no trading day. No trading day on Monday.
No trading on Monday? What's happening?
No, I have to double check. It's been an intense day. But I do think since the market is slightly building up some bearish divergences, there could be a drop later next week and in the second half of September. I could be wrong about that.
Oh, it's Labor Day.
Okay, Labor Day.
You're not supposed to be white after Labor Day.
Okay.
Wear white. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now I know. Basically, what I'm saying, though, is that market short-term bullish, medium-term bearish, and then bullish into the end of the year. That's just the base case for now. Anything can change. Let's talk about some other markets. So right now, the dollar is weakening. The DXY, you can see that starting to drop. That's
why gold approached all-time highs today.
Yep. The dollar is inversely correlated to gold. And Brandon, you and I were texting each other like last week. And I was basically saying, Brandon, grab some GC contracts. Put your stop at 33.21.
Yeah, so, I brought those gold. I brought gold contracts, man. Came up.
That's a really good move.
It's a good move.
The gold itself only moved up 3.2%, but that's a really strong move for gold. Guess how much gold is up year to date? Remember,
how much is gold up year to date?
Gold is up 30% year to date.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been talking about gold every chance I get to everyone who will listen.
Gold is outperforming the S&P by so much. And so is Bitcoin too. But like gold it's physical. It's
gold
stable.
is real.
Yeah, gold is real. I mean, it's amazing. I can touch it. You can wear it. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around. We like Bitcoin. I'm dollar cost averaging into the Bitcoin ETF. I've been doing that for a long time.
But me personally, I'm looking to build up a very sizable position in gold. I'm very highly convicted on this. I think by the end of 2027, gold hits $4,000 an ounce. It's currently at 34.73. So I think that gold goes up at least another 15% over the next 2 years. And if you can leverage that with options, maybe sell layered expirations, bullish trades, you can do that on gold and you can make a pretty good chunk of change if I'm right. The biggest risk is if gold breaks this consolidation bearish and then never recovers. That's the least likely scenario, but it could happen. So bullish gold, silver will likely follow with that. That's my number one setup for you guys for the next 2 years. Let's check back in 2 years on this episode. Okay. I also discussed Google. I took a lot of profits on short-term call options today. Google all-time highs up 2.01%. Google, my price target's $240 per share. I'd love to buy more Google if it could ever come down to this like 180 to 190 zone. I might not get that dip, and that's okay. You got to be picky sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to my goal position if we get a pullback as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can play the range until it breaks out. I'd also be willing to average up and buy an all-time high breakout on the
really. You really can be. You're more convicted than I have been.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gold. I'm trying to build up to be my largest position while still managing risk. You know.
I think that's smart, bro.
So those are the main setups that I've been talking about. We talked about NVIDIA. Look out for NVIDIA. If NVIDIA breaks today's high, that will signal the market's more bullish in the short term. If NVIDIA breaks today's low underneath 176, market could sell a little bit. And it's difficult to know how far it can sell. The fear and greed index is sitting at greed. So investors are greedy, but they're not extremely greedy. It's kind of like, okay, you're getting a little bit carried away, but not super carried away.
They're not spazzing out.
Yeah. Now, once you see that all bears are defeated, that's likely when we hit a market top. Right now, the market's kind of climbing that wall of worry. There's still some skeptical buyers, which kind of fuels that uptrend because every little dip is getting bought.
Bought up, man.
Every little dip, it's getting bought and it's conditioning people to buy every dip. And that's great. It works until the trend changes. That's simply how that goes in the overall market. In terms of other earnings trades, I do run AI analysis on some of these earnings trades. And I'm 2 for 3 this week for earnings trades. So bull, it noted a bearish move. Bull did go bullish just by a little bit. It's up about 2%. But Dell I posted as a bearish trade. Dell stock is down 5.5%, 6%. So I'm going to take profits on my Dell puts tomorrow morning. That'll be super exciting. And then if you're looking for just like a single stock to short, remember, none of this is financial advice, but Cisco is getting towards that area to build a short position. I actually took a short on this today. So my average cost is around like 69.30. So I'm looking for Cisco CSCO to test the 64 level over the next 2 months.
Okay.
So that's another trade idea. If you're ever down in trading or you're kind of like losing confidence, remember that Ray Dalio, he lost billions of dollars.
Bro, billions. He lost everything. He had to borrow money from his motherfucking father-in-law.
And we read his books now. We read his books. We study him. You know, the Nikola CEO, his company went bankrupt. He lost, investors billions of dollars. He still gets to go on podcasts and talk. So whenever you're losing confidence, think about all the hard things that you've done in the past, and then just adapt and move forward. Okay. But because you can't have low confidence in this game of trading, you've got to be convicted, but still manage risk.
Yeah. That's a fact, man.
Those are the main things that I wanted to talk about in terms of other trades and stuff. If you guys followed like one of those Kalshi bets, the event contract bets, my girl was saying that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are super likely to get engaged this year. And we placed a bet on it. And
you placed a bet?
5x return on Taylor Swift.
Come on, man. We need to, that's the next thing we need to learn, man. Kalshi or fucking Polymarket or one of them motherfuckers, you know?
I do post those in trade ideas. They're not trade alerts, but like I'm just saying, hey, I put down $50 on.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, man, he gives trade alerts to our victory trades members. So not only do you trade with us every morning, trade futures, we day trade futures, but his swing trades, you know, he sends alerts, sends straight to the phone. I take him all the time. I made a lot of money off Greg's swing trades.
Definitely. You'll get iron condor trades. You'll get swing trades. Not every trade's going to pay out, but the majority of them do. You'll get about a 70 to 80% win rate on those. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I got some few. You got a super chat. And if you guys got more super chats for Greg, leave them. But before we get into it, I got one. CrowdStrike.
Oh, let's check
Do you
it
remember?
out.
Do you remember I was saying, listen, when it hits the 200, we should probably buy?
Ooh, it hit the 200. It's fisting upward, isn't it?
Yeah, it went up 4.5% or something like that.
I'm going to put up the 200 right now just to exemplify it. So the 200 moving average, look at that. Right.
Yeah, I was saying it. I said it live. Yo, I said, I'm going to buy someone hits the 200. And
that's a bullish engulfing if I've ever seen one. Right?
Yeah, right.
You got a bullish MACD buy signal too, just before the report. And it's looking great. I like CrowdStrike and Pan W longer term. In terms of a setup, this could trigger bullish over today's high, 442 tomorrow for a 0-day call option. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Right. Man, you did have to kind of hold through earnings. Actually, no, you didn't. It hit the 200-day moving average this morning and then bounced. That should have been on my watch list next time.
Yeah, I cut my Tesla short, the TISM short that we was doing from the election, and I cut that, but it looks like that was a good decision.
Yeah, you know, Tesla's not convicted really in either direction.
It's just in a range.
Yeah, it broke out of the range. The volume could have been a bit better. So because the volume wasn't very high, it didn't have a lot of gas to really move it. So it moved up and it's back testing that trend line. I would remain bullish if it holds above 340. Otherwise, you don't really want it coming underneath 340. That just gets choppy and messy. Tesla's super bearish underneath 300. That is yet to be breached, though.
There's a stock, man, Garmin, bro.
Yeah, GRMN, Garmin. You've been calling out this one.
Yeah, for a long time.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Interesting chart. I mean, this is right in front of all-time highs. The fat-ass breakdown on the last earnings report. But now starting to break this ascending triangle bullish on an increase in volume. MACD looks just fine. Yeah, my forecast is neutral/bullish. It's going to follow the broad market. Damn. Very volatile, you know?
It's all over the place.
Yeah. 160 to 250, down to 170, up to 240, 220 to 240.
It's all over the place. This one is a wild ride, and it's weird, man. Because what's the price? What price is it at right now?
It's at 241. Yeah,
it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a lot of times, the more expensive a stock is, not all the time, it seems to be a little more stable.
Yeah,
you know, because like you fuck around with them $5 stocks, it's just all over the place, you know. But like something in the hundreds, you know, it's like. You typically, I mean, I guess it can happen, right? Like Tesla's, before Tesla did its split, it was all over the place, you know.
That's a really great example because look at Axon. Axon's chilling. It's an expensive stock.
Yeah,
like it's kind of more stable. Netflix is pretty large. Netflix is just chilling, you know. So that's a really good observation. I wonder if it has to do with buying power.
Because look at I think it's buying power option. People can do shit with options, Yeah, buying like options. Like options are cheaper when it's cheaper, right? So imagine look at Chipotle, right? Remember they did that huge split. That shit got started going. I feel like that shit started moving crazier.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like right as they announced the split, stock drops 30%.
Yeah,
bounces 36%, drops 30%. It's just Chipotle moves in 30% increments.
Because that split was a 50-1 split.
Yeah, it was
right 50-1 split. So now it's like a cheap stock. It's like $40. So I can buy options. I can sell puts. You know what I'm saying? I can.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you have much more shares in the supply, it thins up, it thickens the liquidity. So look, the bid-ask spreads are only 3 cents wide. When Chipotle was like $3,000 a share, you had to pay like $500 just to get into the trade and like $1,000 to get out.
Because my girl, she's been trading, okay. And I was telling her, she's talking about Nvidia. I was like, if you want some more volatility, if you want to get crazy, get something cheaper, because this might move crazier than Nvidia, but at the same time, maybe that's not the right move for someone who's in their first year of trading. Maybe they should be something a little more stable. Like maybe she should.
Maybe she should what?
Maybe she should be checked something expensive and like not a tech stock.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I can't think of what's expensive that's not a tech stock.
Kind of like Axon, maybe, but that could be kind
of a tech stock. They make body cam. Yeah, that's technology. That's technology.
I'm thinking more so just like strictly NASDAQ, but like, it really comes down to like, what are your goals when you get into trading? Are you looking to day trade and generate profits each day? Are you looking for swing trade income? Are you looking to wheel stocks? Like I like SoundHound for the wheel, SOUN. It's a peaceful thing to trade. You can sell puts, get a sign, sell calls, get a sign.
Or I like XLF.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
XLF. Yeah, because like, especially for the wheel, because it's relatively inexpensive.
Yep.
And it's like I can predict it really well, the financial markets.
You are on top of the XLF. You've called out every breakout this year.
Yeah, man. It's right on. I mean, you start watching, it's like right at, I think it hit all-time highs.
It's close. It's basically there. It didn't, but it's like a penny or
you got right up underneath it.
Yeah.
You got right up underneath it. But that's a good stock to wheel.
Yeah.
It's a good ETF,
Yeah, it's a good ETF to practice options on. It's peaceful. Nobody blew their account trading XLF.
You know what I'm saying? I never heard of that.
Yeah. I've never heard of a person blowing their account on the financial sector.
That's one of the cheapest sectors.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe XLRE.
XLRE.
They're pretty cheap, but they're cheap for a good reason.
XLRE really underperforming. It's just going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
The higher interest rates are probably holding this back a little bit.
I mean, it's like everything's at all-time high except this, right? This shit is like so far from all-time highs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I still like XLC. That's forming a bullish flag.
That's the communication sector, right?
Yep, that's Google and Meta. Meta owns us all, and Google's one of my favorite stocks.
That's at all-time highs, or is this right there?
Which one?
I mean, XLC is high basing.
Oh yeah.
No?
Oh yeah, beautiful setup. Well, because Google hit all-time highs today, and then Meta was slightly green today, so that's going to make a decently green XLC.
That looks like a good trade.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one sector to go like heavy on, it would be XLC, and I'd just go heavy in shares.
Yeah, I like it.
And that's on a long-term horizon, but
I think you got. Real quick, Ethereum. Yeah. Ethereum's been the belle of the ball the last few days.
Yeah, just dead sideways. Last time I noted sellers are trying to push this down and they have their stop losses above the highs. Buyers are buying this up and they have their stop loss underneath this pivot. But probably Ethereum buyers don't have a stop loss. So I'm just thinking, I'm just analyzing the chart from buyer's perspective and seller's perspective because it keeps me objective. But it's just dead sideways until that range breaks. Longer term, I'm bullish Ethereum. I think it makes all-time highs and continues much higher. You know, I think Ethereum can get to 6,000 to 8,000. And that may take a few years. It could happen shorter as well. I don't have a strong opinion on Ethereum, but I'd be bullish in the long term. Short term, it's got that range. So let the range break.
All right. I think you got a question, man.
Let's
I'm using the
check it out.
bathroom while you answer.
All right. So Dylan's saying for Greg and Brandon, looking at 3-month put on B, a gold mining company, looking at a max chart or 5-year chart crashed with similar structure before. All right, let's check it out. B, Barrick Gold. So Barrick Gold, strong uptrend. You know, you might get like a short-term pullback for sure. But remember that my thesis is bullish on gold longer term. And so these gold miners, they have more pricing power when gold prices are really, really high. And if gold prices keep going higher, they have even more pricing power and more margins, and that gets reflected in the stock price. I think that there are better stocks to short and buy puts on. That's just my opinion. On the weekly chart, you do have what's called like a topping tail, a shooting star candle, and that's where we have weekly breakout right here, right? Breakout, continues up, and now a little bit of indecision at the highs. You know, it could drop maybe down to the 24 level. Maybe if it gets really oversold, it could sell down to 22, but it likely holds that 22 support level for a long period of time. So when we look at the monthly chart, yes, I see what you're saying on this monthly drop. The question becomes, you know, this is kind of that cluster top where you have upper wick, price once was there and it rejected. Price once was there, it rejected. It doesn't like that 56 level. Then it started to break that range bearish. Look what happens. It sells off, gets an oversold bounce, sells off even deeper. It's one of those things where you can short it. I think that there's better things to short, but I can see the thesis. You know, take a look at other monthly times where you got some spikes, like right over here, spikes, rests, spikes, and then kind of sells off. Spike, decent sell-off. We do have a spike right now, but there's no like signs of like a big sell-off besides that upper wick on the weekly chart. So you can take a stab at it if you want, but I think that there are better things to short than a gold mining company.
Especially right now, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't. You wanted to short it, or do you want to buy, or do you want to sell puts?
He's talking about buying a put because on the monthly time frame there were decent crashes, like back in 2010, 2011. That's when it dropped, 86%. But I think that this breakout is just starting. Short term, again, it could drop 8 to 10%, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go against the trend here. Like, I wouldn't go against the trend on this one, man. Straight up.
Definitely.
I mean, me and Greg are talking about buying gold.
Yeah.
So like, if you're wondering, and I know it's the miners, but the miners kind of move with the price of the metal.
Yep, they get their pricing power from the price of gold. So they have more margins in their business when gold prices are higher.
Yeah.
Similar to oil companies and the price of oil. So crude oil prices kind of just flopping around. But if crude oil prices drop, you'll tend to notice like XLE start to drop just a little bit, or like XOM drop. But those are strong right now, as of right now.
All right. Cool, man. All right. Listen, Greg, man. Listen, guys. If you want to trade with us, get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone and trade futures with us every morning. Go ahead and click the link in the description. Join Victory Trades. All right. We have a lot of fun trading in the morning. And Greg's trade alerts have just made me a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
just getting started on those.
Yeah. Sometimes I call him out too, but I hit Greg up, and then if he likes it, he'll, you know what I'm saying? But because Greg has a Series 67, right? He's a charted market
I got a Series 65, and I'm a chartered
65, not 67. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You know what I'm saying? 6'7", you know?
Yeah,
So if you want to trade with us, man, like join Victory Trade. It's gonna be lit. All right.
Yep.
I'll holler at y'all.
I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
All right, peace. Let's go. Oh, somebody just left a super chat.
We have Moon Ward. Salute, Brandon. I really admire you, bro. You're having a positive impact on my life, including inspiring me to start keto last week.
Hey, we like that. We like that. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, man. He just wanted to give props. Yo, that's what's up, man. Listen, man. Listen. You inspire me to keep inspiring you. All right. It's a circle of inspiration what we got going right now, brother. You know what I'm saying? I inspired you, and in turn, you inspired me. So I'm gonna inspire you some more. We gonna keep this thing rolling, man. That momentum. You know? All right. Y'all want to learn to get some money? Let's go. If you are an online trainer or you want to be an online trainer, I'm going to show you how to make money with the best DM script on the internet. I'm gonna give it to you 100% for free, no gatekeeping. And I'm well suited to show you how to do this because I've been because I've made several $1 million as an online trainer. And now I teach other people how to grow their online fitness businesses too. I've taught over 15,000 people how to grow their online fitness businesses. And I'm about to give you a bunch of game right now. All right. So let's talk about how this works real quick. The structure. So we're not doing cold outreach, motherfuckers we don't know. All right. We're posting content. All right. We're posting content. And then from the content, we get engagement. From that content, we get engagement, right? And then from that engagement, then we move to the people who engage with the content. We DM them. Boom. And then we don't sell in a DM. We bring what? Connections in a DM, right? And then from there, you sell them on Zoom. Boom. Yeah. You sell them on Zoom. Now, when I say engagement, this is going to be anyone who comments, likes, or even people who follow you. Right? All of these people need to get a DM from you. Right? And here's how you can stand out amongst like the bigger creators. Right? If you're somebody who's just starting off, you don't have a big following, right? Sometimes people complain because they'll post some content and they'll be like, oh man, I only got 100 likes. It's like, yo, man, that's 100 people you need to DM. That's a lot of leads. That's a lot of leads. And this is how you stand out against the bigger creators, right? Because you go like one of Jeff Nipper's posts, he ain't gonna send you a DM, right? You go like Mike Thurston's post, he ain't gonna send you a DM, right? He won't even know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But you as a smaller creator, when you DM somebody, they'll be like, they might give a fuck, especially if you do what I'm about to show you now. So it needs to start with a video. needs to start with a video. Right? So let's say someone just liked your image. So let's say somebody just liked your video. And I'm gonna show you how to get more comments later in this video. Right? I'm gonna show you how to spike engagement on your content. But for right now, let's say somebody just left a comment on your video. Boom. Then you hit them up. You say, yo, what's going on, Demetrius? Saw you like that video I posted on losing fat. Let me ask you a question, man. Do you have some fat loss goals you're trying to accomplish, or are you just enjoying the content? All right. I got that opener from Dan Martell, the big homie. All right. That's how you open it. Now from there, they may tell you something like they're gonna say one or two things. Okay, before we get into that, after you see the video, see, the reason we want to see the video because it's more personal, right? Jeff Nippard's never gonna send these motherfuckers a video. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna like this is think about if a girl was like sliding in your DM. If she slid in with a text, cool, right? But if she slid in with a video, you're gonna respond, right? You're gonna respond if it's a 4. If a 4 slides in with a video, you're gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are thinking right now, man, what if I just use the same video over and over again? How about you stop being lazy, man? How about you stop being a lazy ass bitch? Right? Because here's the thing. By the time you go into your photos and upload the video, is the same amount of time it takes you to say, yo, Jaquan, what's going on, man? Thanks for liking the video, man. You got some fitness goals you're trying to accomplish, or you just enjoying the content? It takes the same amount of time and it's more personal. And what if you're uploading stories throughout the day, right? You wearing the tank top in all your stories, but you got a video on, man, where you wearing sleeves and shit, right? And the motherfucker gonna be like, you ain't real. He don't know it's fake. And now you done squandered the opportunity to make a real connection, right? So just send it a real fucking video each time, man. Stop being lazy, right? Anyway, they're going to respond to that video and they're going to say one or two things. They're going to say, oh man, I'm just checking out the content, man. You putting out dope shit. In which case you'll be like, yo, thanks, man. Appreciate it. And then you just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But a good portion of them are going to say, yeah, man, I've been trying to lose that fat. I've been fat as hell for a long time, man. I can't wait to stop being fat. And then matter of fact, hold up. Hold up. I'm going to show him something. Hold up. This is going to be worth it. Just wait. This is going to be worth it. 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to show them screenshots of an example. Give me a second. This is going to be worth it, guys. I promise you. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't leave me just yet. Because I'm going to show you an example. I can say it. I can show you better than I could tell you. What the fuck? Is the airdrop on this? Yeah, it's on. 1 second. Guys, this is gonna make sense. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love me for it. You're gonna be glad I did this. And then I'll hit this, right? Okay. All right. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is an example, right? So pretend this was a video. This is an example. This is not a real conversation because I ain't want to out nobody's. This is real ninja shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Let's just say this was a video. because it's supposed to be a video, this is what you would say. Yo, thanks for the follow, Daquan. Are you here because you're trying to accomplish some fitness goals, or you just enjoying the content? Boom. Right. Daquan says, yeah, I'm definitely trying to get in shape, boom. Then you hit, they'll say something like that, right? If they say something like that, you hit them with, all right, man, that's what's up, man. What fitness goals are you trying to accomplish right now? And they'll tell you what their goals are. They'll tell you what their goals are. Now, if they already tell you, you don't have to ask that question, right? But if they didn't tell you, then yeah, they're gonna accomplish. Then you ask the question. Daquan says, "Yo, I'm trying to build muscle and get ripped for the huzz." All right. Then you hit them up. You want to be some personal, so I added some stuff. Yeah, I feel you, bro. How long you been working on that? Daquan says, feels like my whole life, right? So that's the next thing. You want to ask them, how long have they been working on it? That's part of the script. So we need to know how long this has been an issue for her. Oh. And then you hit them with what do you think has been the main thing that's been preventing you from accomplishing this goal? That's a good question. So in this example, Daquan hit me back was, if I'm honest, I've been slacking it on my diet and being inconsistent in the gym, right? And here's the thing: if you ask that, once you ask that question, what do you think has been the main thing stopping you from accomplishing that goal? There's some random fireworks going on outside for no reason. No reason. It ain't 4th of July. It ain't my birthday. You know what I'm saying? There's just some random fireworks going on like right outside my. It sounds like it's in my crib. These mics is real good, so you ain't hearing them. Anyway, when you ask them what the problem is, you ask them what's been holding them back from accomplishing the goal, it's going to be a variation of inconsistency or not knowing what to do. It's going to be some version of those two things. Don't know what to do, or I'm being inconsistent, right? It's going to be a version of that. And then what you want to do is at this point, then you hit them with a testimonial from one of your clients, a screenshot testimonial of one of your clients. Or if you don't have any clients, then you put your testimonial in there, or like boom. And then you say something like this. Bro, you remind me of my client, Demetrius. He had the same problem, right? He was kind of skinny fat, wasn't really getting no hoes. But then when we started working together, he was able to get his diet on point, and I helped him be really consistent in the gym. Now he's got more girls. Now he's got so many girls that his biggest problem is is keeping up with all of them. Laughing emoji. Here's where it gets important. Does this sound like it might be what you're looking for? So you don't have to say these words. Basically, you want to say you or your client. Talk about you or your client who had a similar problem as him, right? And how you helped yourself or that client get over it, right? And here's the thing: it'll be true if you have testimonials, or if you have your own testimonial, it will be true, because all roadblocks when it comes to accomplishing fitness goals are some sort of combination of not knowing what to do or not being consistent enough to do it. Those are the only reasons people don't get in shape. It's one of those two. All right. And then, Daquan says, bro, that's crazy. That's exactly what I need. Of course, it's exactly what he needs, right? Because when I asked him what was been stopping him from accomplishing that goal, that's when he really gave me the key to the combination. You get what I'm saying? That's where you get the key to the combination. So now I just inserted the combination, and he said, yeah, that's what I want, right? Of course it is, because that's what he said. Now this is where we take it to Zoom. All right, yo, let's see if I can help you. Let's see if I can help you too. When's the best time for you to hop on Zoom and let's talk about it? Boom. Then you get on Zoom and you run them through the real sales script. That's when you run them through a real sales script, when you get on Zoom with them, right? It's very important. Now, looking at the time, all right. Now, I don't have time to get in the real sales script. I have other videos on that, right? But one thing you can do to increase the engagement, one of the most important thing is you can give away something free. So a lot of times I'll post videos on Instagram and then I'll say, got it. Okay. Now you might be wondering, how do I get enough engagement? Oh, no, never mind. Then take out the engagement part, right? Now, what do you say when you're on Zoom? Luckily, I got a full course that's free on YouTube, right? It's a 2-hour course where I go over this and every part of being an online trainer, and I'll break the whole thing down. Go watch that video right now, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. All right. That was for the future. That video ain't up now. All right, but what I think we got another super chat.
We have Leo. Every day is a great day to make more money.
Yeah, turn your mic off. Her mic ain't as good as ours. We gave her the cheat mark. It is chaos out here. Anyway, yo, shout out to you, Leonardo. Yo, listen, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.